Well, the Angels kicked off this 9-game homestand in grand fashion Monday. A walk-off home run last night. They backed it up with yet another victory. Tonight, it is the finale of the 3-game set against the visiting New York Yankees. The Angels trying to make it 9 in a row. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball once again on Fox Sports West on this gorgeous night for baseball. I'm Victor Rojas along with my partner Mark Gubiza. And as we pointed out, a nice 8-game winning streak, thus allowing the Angels to come into tonight's ballgame with an 18-10 record and one guy in the middle part of the lineup continuing to get the job done offensively in the month of May, and that, of course, is Albert Pujols.
Victor, the machine is rolling right now. He's so important to this offense. Everybody relaxes when he's seeing the ball and driving the ball. And boy, is he driven the ball this month of May. 8 big flies. He's not only hitting the ball at the left field, he's hit a home run to center field, he's hit a home run to right center field, he's hitting fastballs, he's hitting breaking pitches, he's hitting elevated fastballs, so the bat is getting quicker, and he's doing everything to be able to provide that offensive spark for the club to score some runs and let everyone else in the lineup, either before or behind him, relax and do their little part to be able to help this streak here. And of course, the month made 24 RBIs, mentioned 8 home runs, 24 RBIs, second only to the guy down there in Texas, Josh Hamilton, in the month of May. So he's swinging the bat well, and that's why everybody can relax.
As you just pointed out, everybody has relaxed, not only offensively during this 8-game winning streak, but defensively. The Angels have been spectacular last night. 2 unbelievable catches by Mike Trout and Peter Borges.
Boy, it's been fun this entire series against the Yankees. It seemed like everyone's amped up and ready to make those great plays. Mike Trout has been outstanding, going back on baseballs. Ibar not only prevented a run the other day, but made a great play last night to Mark Trumbo. And then, of course, we saw that play to Rob Swisher. Nick Swisher was thinking, where can I hit a baseball? Trumbo there showing that speed. Borges in the right center field. So when you got guys making play after play, it allows your pitching staff to be more aggressive and throw strikes, because these guys are going to catch all of your mistakes.
Trout's in left, Borges in center, Trumbo in right, behind Irvin Santana. Looking for a victory tonight. Just about ready for baseball. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Hyundai, the votes are in. The Hyundai Elantra is the 2012 North American Car of the Year. Visit your Southern California Hyundai dealer today. And by Columbia Pictures movie, That's My Boy, starring Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg, in theaters June 15th. Ervin Santana and the Angels have taken the field here for the finale of this three-game set against the Yankees. We'll take a look at Joe Girardi starting 9 for tonight's ball game. It's Derek Jeter leading things off. At shortstop, Curtis Granderson is in center field, batting second. Alex Rodriguez back at third base. Robinson Cano, the cleanup hitter, at second. Mark Teixeira is at first. Raul Ibanez getting the start in left field once again. It's Nick Swisher in right. Eric Chavez will serve as the DH, and Russell Martin will bat ninth and do the catching. The same lineup that Joe Girardi had out there in Monday night's game, as Ervin Santana looks for his third victory of the season.
And Ervin Santana 5-6 in his career versus the Yankees. Looking to get better with the tempo and his rhythm. Last time out when he walked 7 batters in Seattle, just looked at a sink from the get-go. That front shoulder was opened up. Look for him to dominate with that fastball inside and finish off the batters with that nasty slider and changeup, which he feels more and more comfortable throwing against left-handed batters.
The Halos with their victory last night, a game over 500 now, 26-25, 5.5 back in the American League West. They are now 13-10 at home. The Yankees had their 5-game winning streak snapped with Monday's walk-off victory by the Angels. They are in second place in the American League East. Derek Jeter introduced. He went 2 for 4 last night, got himself a 4-game hitting streak. A .338 overall average, 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. As Cayasel plays in at third base. Ervin's first one is bounced to the right side. Howie Kendrick to his left. Waits for Pujols, 1 pitch and 1 out. We take a look at the defense for the Angels. That will be playing behind Ervin Santana. It's Mike Trout in left. Peter Borges in center. Mark Trumbo in right field. The infield has Alberto Cayasco, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Albert Pujols from third to first, and Bobby Wilson is behind the plate. Our Home Depot doing more on defense.
Boy, Mike Trout down the left field. We showed him in the opening how well he's played in that position. You're talking about getting baseballs most people don't even get close to. Very aggressive, very good as far as charging the baseball also, but going back, there's no fear of that wall when it comes to Mike Trout.
Curtis Granderson looks at a strike. He went 0 for 5 last night. A .254 average for Granderson. 15 home runs and 26 runs batted in. This one looped down toward left center field, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Trout unable to cut it off. Borges will pick it up at the base of the wall, but Granderson will stop at second with a 1-out double. That's his 6th double of the season.
When Granderson is going the other way, we've seen him try to pull everything. They've stayed away. That's a pretty good pitch by Ervin Santana. But the first 2 games, a lot of success as far as throwing fastballs and changeups away. This time he stayed back and drove the ball that way for a double, his 6th double.
Alex Rodriguez steps up now with 1 out and a man in scoring position. Rodriguez had a 3 for 4 game last night, 4 for 9 in this series. Overall average .287, 7 home runs and 19 runs batted in. As the first one is high, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Ervin in that last start, as Scooby was talking about, the walks, the 7 walks, which was 1 shy of his career high. Threw 106 pitches in 5 innings, gave up 4 runs on just 4 hits. Did give up a home run. He has allowed 13 home runs this season. 2 balls, no strikes.
Early on, good velocity from Ervin there, 94. That's always a good spot to go against Alex Rodriguez, because we talked about him loading on the front side and drives the ball well the other way. You can establish in off the plate. You can be successful, though, but if you fall behind in the count like he is now, that's when you run into troubles.
Ervin back-to-back no decisions with that last start in Seattle. Previous start against the San Diego Padres. Last victory coming on May the 15th. Right here at the Big A against the Oakland A's. The breaking pitch catches the inside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Boy, good numbers for A-Rod against Santana. .353 with 4 home runs. And when Ervin has had success against him, he gets to make him look breaking pitch away, but then pound the fastball inside above the belt.
Inside with the fastball, 3-1 now. Robinson Cano, the cleanup hitter, is on deck. Curtis Granderson with a 1-out double. Leads off at second. Full count. And that's that pitch. That little backup breaking pitch that has made Irvin very susceptible to the long ball.
Yeah, I know you want to throw that for a strike, but against Alex Rodriguez, you don't want to take the chance of just throwing that get-over breaking pitch. You have an open base. We wonder if Irvin's going to try to paint a fastball inside right now on Rodriguez. See if you can get him to look away.
3-2. Lifted in the air down the right field line. Pujols will give it a look, but it's in the seats. Irvin in that last start against Seattle just never looked comfortable. Mike Scioscia even pointing it out the next day, talking about how uncomfortable he looked. Never got into his sync from a mechanic standpoint, arm slot, everything just out of whack for him. The 3-2 again. Check swing. He went around. Laz Diaz rings him up, 2 down. A-Rod wants Laz Diaz to ask for help on it, but home plate umpire doesn't have to ask for help. He called it.
Again, you don't have to ask. If you feel that he swung across the plate, you don't need help from your first base umpire. A real good view here from the side.
Not sure that he did.
No.
He's got a valid argument.
The hands may have crossed the plate, but certainly the bat didn't go across the plate. It's pretty strong to be able to hold the bat there, too. Because he made that commitment initially to swing, but then it looked like he might have held up.
Cano swinging first pitch, fouls it off to the left. Robinson Cano struck out to finish off the game last night against Ernesto Friers. We go back and take a look at the check swing.
And they got a break there. The reality is now it's up to Irvin to be able to finish this off here against a very tough hitter in Robinson Cano. He's got good numbers against Irvin also, 324 with 4 home runs.
Mentioned that strikeout to finish the game, 0 for 5 overall. Like Rodriguez, the same batting average of 287. 0-1 pitch, just downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cano with 7 home runs, 20 runs batted in. He's got 18 doubles on the year. Tied with David Ortiz at the start of the day. The doubles lead the American League. Now the 1-1. It's down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Yankees team hitting .266, third in the American League. 9 hits last night for New York. 10 hits in game 1.
And you don't have to give in here also. You have an open base. Scherer on deck.
This will bounce foul up the line. Kelleher, the first base coach, has it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Always like that option as a pitcher when you have an open base. That means you can throw your very best pitch. You don't have to necessarily attack the strike zone. You just want to make it close enough where you get the hitter to think in terms of the strike, and they're going to chase some pitches out of that strike zone. Mentioned Cano, a 324 hitter against Irvin, but Scherer just a 167 career batting average against Irvin.
Ibar trying to keep Granderson as close as possible to the bag at second. Swing and a miss. Down goes Cano. A couple of strikeouts for Irvin Santana. We enter the bottom of the first. Trout, Callasco, and Pujols coming up with no score. A couple of punch outs for Santana. We'll take a look at Mike Socha's lineup for tonight. The Angels, who pointed out, a game over 500. 5.5 back in the West. Have Mike Trout back in left field and leading things off. Alberto Callaspo gets a start over at third base. Albert Pujols back at first base after serving as a DH last night. Kendrys Morales in the DH spot. He's the cleanup hitter. Mark Trumbo in right. Howie Kendrick at second. It's Eric Ibar, the shortstop. Peter Borges in center field batting eighth. And Bobby Wilson batting ninth. Doing the catching as they take on the 25-year-old right-hander native of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic by the name of Ivan Nova.
Nova, good fastball, 90 to 95. Good sinking action on his slider, curveball, and changeup.
9 starts for Nova this year. 5-2 record. 5.46 ERA. Oh, 1 to Trout. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike on Mike Trout. A 1-for-4 game yesterday. The one was a big one that got the Angels going in that third inning. A triple into the left field corner. The second of the year. Picked up an RBI, his 14th. That is up and in, and that may have gotten a piece of him. And the Angels get their leadoff man on board.
That's one thing about Nova. He does have a hard moving fastball, a couple sinkers. First 2 pitches, then he goes up and in with a fastball once again. You see the target being set. 4th batter he's hit so far this year. Go along with 12 home runs allowed. So when he makes a mistake with the fastball, you see that run in action. When you drop your elbow as a sinker ball pitcher, you're going to have that type of action on the fastball. It's some rate on the shoulder.
Great job by Trout, too, and turning to his right, getting a read on that pitch coming up and in. So often nowadays you get young players that open up, all of a sudden have that entire body exposed to that pitch as Trout dives in easily at first base.
Well, the best way for a guy like Mike Trout with all that speed after you get hit by a pitch is to steal second base, get in scoring position right away.
Rodriguez playing into third base. Callaspo takes down low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Nova's allowed 2 stolen bases in 3 attempts against him this year. Trout with 8 stolen bases in 10 attempts too. He's been very good as far as getting a good jump, reading the pitcher.
Alberto looks at a strike. It's 1-1. Did not play last night, nor in game 1. Last game for him was Sunday against the Mariners, went 0 for 4. But did have a huge pinch hit in Saturday's game against Felix Hernandez. Second career grand slam. Trout takes off. The 1-1 pitch is chopped toward the left side. That's into left field, a base hit. Trout will advance to third. The hit and run works to perfection. First and third, nobody out for Albert Pujols.
Well, you can't draw that up any better than that. That perfect execution by the Angels. Alberto Callaspo let the baseball travel as Trout's going on the pitch. Just hit the ball right where Derek Jeter was, who was covering the base. Jeter tried to sell it pretty good as if it was going to be a play at second, but good thing with Trout, he picked up Dino Weeble right away and easily got into third base.
Derek Jeter committing himself to the coverage at second base. Not even bothering to get back to try to get it. Knew that he wasn't going to be able to get there. Here's Albert. 2 for 4 last night. His 8th home run was one of those 2 hits. Breaking pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nova faced the Angels back on April the 15th at Yankee Stadium. Picked up the win. That was an 11-5 Yankees victory. He allowed 4 earned runs in 6 innings. 8 hits allowed, 2 of which were home runs. 1-0 downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
We mentioned earlier, he's a guy that's given up a lot of home runs this year. 12 home runs in 56 innings pitched.
Both guys on the mound have given up quite a few home runs combined. 2-0. This one fouled back. 2-1.
A good approach there. Fastball away, was looking to hit the ball to right center field.
Swisher's deep and right. Granderson is always playing a shallow center field. And Ibanez is a couple of steps deeper in left than normal. Trout was hit by a pitch to start at the bottom of the first, went to third on the hit and run. Callaspo standing at first base. Nobody out. And scoreless. 2-1. Down low, snap throw to third. Trout back in there. 3 balls and 1 strike with Kendrys Morales on deck. Here's the 3-1. He walked up. Bases are loaded for Kendrys.
Boy, for Kendrys right here against Nova, you have to try to bring him up in the strike zone with that power sinker. That's what he's going to try to throw. First pitch. Try to lay off that if it's right around knee level or lower. Looking for something elevated so you can get in the air.
With nobody out, the bases loaded. Of course, the Yankees looking for that double play ball. Jeter playing Morales to pull. Near the bag at second. Rodriguez off the line at third. Here's the first one. And he lays off. They check his swing. He did not go around, says Tim Welke. 1 ball, no strikes. Morales did not play last night. Pujols was the DH. Kendrys in Monday's game had 2 hits and 3 runs batted in, a single and a double. 1-0. Taps it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
See what he's exactly trying to do. 2 pitches down in the strike zone, willing to give up a run for a ground ball. Kendrys with real good numbers as far as hitting with bases loaded. 375 with 1 grand slam.
So Trout at third, Callaspo at second, Pujols at first. Nobody out here in the first. The 1-1, way outside with a breaking pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Nova is coming off a pretty good start against the Oakland Athletics, in which he went 7 innings, matching a season high in innings pitched. Gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. He did have back-to-back starts prior to that were shaky. 5 runs in each of those games against Cincinnati and Baltimore. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. Morales fouls it off the left.
We got a pretty good pitch to hit in the air, just a little bit late with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. That's what he tried to do, bring that fastball up in the strike zone.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him, 1 out.
There's that down and in breaking pitch where when Kendrys was struggling early on the road trip, he was swinging that pitch off, and pretty tough pitch to lay off of too when you're trying to protect.
So the base is still loaded, 1 out. And here comes Mark Trumbo.
Trumbo 4 for 8 in his career against Nova, including a home run.
Trumbo riding a 5-game hitting streak. 2 for 4 last night with his 9th home run of the season. He's homered in 3 straight. He's got 23 runs batted in. He also has 12 doubles and 1 triple. First pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Trumbo's .338 batting average, good enough to be tied for 3rd in the American League with Derek Jeter. Paul Konerko and Josh Hamilton, the top 2 in that category. Now the 1-0. Swings and lost from the air to right. Swisher comes charging in. Should be deep enough to score Trout. Swisher makes the catch. Trout tags. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is cut off, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead.
The base running all around by the Angels on that fly ball, sac fly by Mark Trumbo. Not only did he score Mike Trout, but on the throw home by Nick Swisher, a high throw, everyone was able to advance. Take away that potential force play at second base. So a ball in the hole makes it more difficult for Derek Jeter to make that throw across to get Howie running down the line, who runs very well.
24th run batted in for Trumbo. Here's Howie Kendrick. 2 outs, 2 on, second and third. Howie shoots one out toward right field, chasing Swisher back a couple of steps. This will end the inning. So the Angels had the base loaded with nobody out, but do score a run. One of the books, the Angels lead it 1-0. Labanya is Nick Swisher. Take a look at our Kia standings. The American League West, 5.5 back of Texas. Texas tonight is currently losing to the Seattle Mariners 17-5. That game at the top of the 7th inning.
I think the baseball's flying out at that stadium tonight.
Yeah.
Texas was down at one point, 17-0.
They had 17 hits through 4 innings, I think it was. They still maintain 17 hits. That pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seattle scoring 8 in both the second and third innings. Had a solo run in the 4th. Texas just dropped a 5 spot in the 6th. That's the thing. In that ballpark, you can never. It's almost like Fenway. It's never over.
Well, you got to make sure you maintain your game plan. You don't want this to go away and it's nothing but fastballs.
3 balls and a strike on Teixeira. Had a 1-for-4 game yesterday. It's a full count. Teixeira with a 5-game hitting streak.
Real good success Urban has had against Teixeira when he's been ahead of the count.
3-2 rolls over toward Albert Pujols. Goes to the backhand. Little lob to Santana, 1 away.
That's a perfect feed too. As a pitcher, you're running over the base. You're trying to find the base. And a nice throw. It's a high enough throw too. You can catch it and step on the base and get out of the way of the base runner coming down the line. That was perfect by Pujols. A lot of times you'll see a guy throw a hard throw and around waist high and you're running into trouble. How he's communicating, saying he was in position to make that play, but it's tough to take that away, that aggressiveness away from a first baseman trying to make a play.
Especially in that scenario when you are playing an overshift and you've got your second baseman out at shallow right field. If you got an opportunity to cut that ball off while still on the dirt, and Santana, or whoever the pitcher is covering, go ahead and take it. As Ibanez looks at the strike.
Jose Albert has a lot of confidence in his throwing ability to the pitcher. He's done it for a long time. And it's a perfect throw because, like I said, you want to run letter high because you can catch the baseball and find the base at the same time.
Ibanez rips one into right field. He remains red hot for the Yankees. A 1-for-3 game yesterday with a double. A one-out base hit here in the second, which will bring up Swisher. Boy, Swisher last night just could not buy a knock. He ended up getting one, an RBI single in the fourth inning, but robbed twice. His first at bat was in the second inning. Hit that deep drive. That was the play that Mike Trout made, banging into the fence. And then in the seventh, the one Borges made, banging into the wall in right center field. Both at bats coming from the left side of the plate. First one's down and in for ball one.
I didn't mind when Joe Girardi took out Ibanez and pinch hit for Andrew Jones, because Ibanez, no matter who's on the mound, seems to have a good swing against Angel pitching.
That was last night in the eighth inning with a couple of men on. Andrew Jones ended up striking out. Swisher takes a big rip, comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike on Swisher, the switch hitter. Hitting .242 on the season, has 8 home runs. Is the team leader in runs batted in with 31. This one pulled into right field. Another base hit. Ibanez will round second. He's going to try to go to third. He's not in time. And it gets away, but Santana backing up there. So back-to-back singles puts runners at first and third here with one out. Eric Chavez coming up.
And Swisher this time hits the ball on the ground and gets it through the hole. Trumbo comes up aggressively throwing and just a little bit wide of the base. Callaspo tried to bring the glove back and make that tag. And the more experience Trumbo gets in that position, the more acclimated he's going to be able to field that ball on the throwing side and still have that type of arm strength that he has.
Eric Chavez, the DH tonight, batting in the 8th spot. .268 average. 0 for 3 last night. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Chavez got the start over at third base last night. Rodriguez, Chavez switching spots today. This one fouled back. 0-2. The Angels with a run in the first inning. Sacrifice fly by Mark Trumbo. They had one hit. It was the Callaspo base hit on the hit and run. That strikeout of Morales, a big one for the first out. The base loaded, nobody out. Down in the dirt. 1-2 now.
Chavez with good numbers against Urban, also 355, 11 for 31. He's a guy, though, if Urban can get a ground ball, and he's got a lot of ground balls. But prior to his last start, doing a good job as far as getting ground balls to his infielders on this slider and even his fastball down and away against left-handed batters.
Pulled foul. Oh, nice kick by Mick Kelleher there. Some fancy footwear. That's World Cup type action.
Yeah, he's playing a little soccer.
Earl Ibanez standing at third base and Nick Swisher at first. Now another one, 2 hits upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chavez now to second season with New York. Longtime Oakland Athletic. Over first round pick, 10th overall by Oakland. 2-2. 4 count now, so from an 0-2 count to full. Figures Swisher might be off at the pitch over at first base. Russell Martin is the batter in the on-deck circle.
Wilson going through the signs in case it's a swing and miss where the throw will be. That's the thing, though, when you go to a full count and you've given Swisher that chance to go, it makes it more difficult to turn a double play. At 0-2, you have a chance to finish off Chavez, even though he's a good hitter, but you have a chance to get him out quickly.
Third to first, nobody biting. Irvin got to Sherrill after going to 3-2 count to ground out. Combines with a base at the right. Swisher also with a base at the right. And a full count here on Chavez. Swisher doesn't go. 3-2 is pulled over to first. Pujols goes to Ibar. Back to first base. Play. The Yankees leave one at third base as we head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Angels. Inning ending double play.
Boy, nice job as far as fielding the baseball and already have his body turn a high throw there, which is perfect for Ibar to catch and throw and get out of the way of Nick Swisher trying to take him out. It's a perfect throw, gives him an opportunity to get out of the way of the slide. Although he did get the foot up there, and of course, I wonder if on that play there with your foot up there that high, if you throw the baseball and hit it, if there's an interference call.
Paul Schreiber tried to make that call. Alex Rodriguez fields it. Butcher Boy bunted. Nice play by Rodriguez, and Ibar is retired for the first out here to start the second.
Tried to slap that by Rodriguez, but he fielded the ball and got rid of it quickly. The transfer is still a strong arm from A-Rod.
Almost looked like Eric was just undecided. The read that he got on Alex coming in, he couldn't decide if he wanted to go a little bit further or try to pop it up over his head.
And then he got in between to just try to punch it by him instead of going over the head. A-Rod.
Peter Borges at the plate. The first pitch is inside for ball one. Borges had a 1-for-4 game last night. He's got a 5-game hitting streak.
He's 4 for 5 in his career against Nova with a big fly.
1 ball, 1 strike as we take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, again, we talk about taking a lot of pitches and working the count against nobody. Take it to the limit by the Eagles. See a lot of pitches. Bring that fastball up in the strike zone. Better chance of being successful.
Pretty good pitch there. That's taken for a ball. Nova wanted it. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Peter hitting .209 with 3 doubles, no triples, a home run, and 9 runs batted in. Now the 2-1. Little chopper to short. Jeter lays back on it, waits for that second. There's that number 2. So a shaky start for Ivan Nova through the first 3 batters, but has retired the next 5 with a strikeout, sac fly, a fly to right, 2 groundouts.
We can see where he could be successful at the knees or below with that sinking hard fastball that he has, and also with his slider. Try to work the count as much as possible, because when he makes a mistake, he can jump all over. We mentioned 12 home runs and 56 innings pitched coming into the game.
Bobby Wilson looks at a sinking fastball down and in for ball 1. This one's hit well toward left field. The bind is going back. He is there, and he'll reach up and make the grab as the Angels go down in order. 2 of the books, 1-0 Halos.
By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on.
Gorgeous shot of the sunset. Beautiful night for baseball. The Angels leading the Yankees 1-0. Top of the 3rd. New York setting up 9-1-2. Russell Martin, Derek Jeter, and Curtis Granderson against Irvin Santana, who had a couple of strikeouts in the first. Gave up a couple of singles in the second. 3 hits overall allowed by Santana as the breaking pitch is high. Russell Martin had a 1-for-3 night last night, hitting 190. 4 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. He was a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Martin, the former Dodgers, hit the ball better out on the road than he has at home this year. Just a 109 average at home as that pitch misses in. 2-1. 262 out on the road this season. Sat out at Sunday's game, a little bit of a stiff neck. Three balls and a strike. A lot of deep counts already for Irvin Santana. 37 pitches through 2 innings plus a batter.
One thing about this Yankee lineup, they're always going to be patient. They don't swing many pitches out of the strike zone.
Bounce foul. Full count.
Well, you look what Dan Herron did against him last night. A lot of good pitches on the outer half, stayed down, changed speeds, elevated the fastball when he needed to. That's how you're successful against this Yankee lineup.
3-2, bounce foul again. This being the 4th full count that Santana has had through the first 9 batters.
When I talked to Dan Herron today, he felt real good about his performance. He threw that 91-mile-an-hour fastball by A-Rod last night. The velocity finally coming back, the back feeling good. Good finish on all his pitches. With no walks once again. That's the key for pitching, period. But for Dan Herron, and of course, when you look at Ervin Santana, when he's aggressive with his fastball, can be very successful too.
18 2/3 consecutive innings without a walk. His 3-2 pitches down low. And Russell Martin is drawn a leadoff walk. Folks, on Saturday, the Halos will be taking on the Texas Rangers at 7:05. Make your plans to be part of the Angels World Record attempt. When fans receive a cowboy hat courtesy of Yokohama while supplies last. Purchase tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com. Derek Jeter's introduced with nobody out and a man at first. Not what you wanted to do is put that 9th place hitter hitting a .190 on the bases here. As Jeter steps in. He swung at the very first pitch of the game and grounded out to Howie Kendrick. So he's 0 for 1. Irvin's always been one of those guys that a lot different than Jared Weaver from the standpoint of, you know, with Jared, he's going to find that fastball command and live off that fastball command and then work off everything else. With Irvin, it's a little bit different where he might go to the breaking pitch early, try to find that release point on the breaking pitch, and at times that could be detrimental to you from a mechanic standpoint in trying to find the release point for your fastball.
Yeah, and the fastball is still his best pitch. When you could throw a fastball at 90, 91 with sink on the 2-seamer, but then go upstairs with a 4-seam fastball at 94, 95, you get a lot of quick outs that way.
Breaking pitch, fouled off to the right.
And the goal for a pitcher is to save your best pitch and key points of the game, and that best pitch being his nasty slider. But if you fall behind and you're forced to throw that breaking pitch in fastball counts because you don't want to challenge the certain all the time with your fastball, that's when you run into troubles.
Two and one. Good old Tim Belcher getting up the first major league hit for Derek Jeter.
Knowing Tim, he was probably not happy about that.
Russell Martin takes off. The 2-1 is fouled off. It is 2-2. Wasn't it Tim who had the meltdown at Yankee Stadium with the camera crew? Is that it after that first hit to Derek Jeter? No, I'm kidding.
No, I'll tell you what, he's one of the best, most competitive pitchers I've ever seen. I mean, he didn't like giving up a foul ball, let alone a base hit or a run. And I think that's what made him a very good pitcher, especially in big games. When he first came up with the Dodgers, part of that World Series team.
Time was called. Was Tim part of the scissor kick at Dodger Stadium? Was that Tim Belcher?
Yeah, with Chan-Ho Park.
Chan-Ho Park, yeah, it was Tim. Well, I knew there was another pitcher involved. I just don't remember who it was.
Yep. It was with the Angels. Tim Belcher was at that point. Chan-Ho with the Dodgers.
2-2 in the dirt. Full count now. And now, if Martin was starting at 2 balls and a strike, you figure he'll start him here. Jeter, a pretty good contact hitter.
We are in the 3rd inning. 5 full counts for Irvin. Boy, with Russell Martin at first base, and you're on the hill, if you're Urban, you just think in terms of just don't let him get a running start. Hold the ball and then deliver a quality pitch at home. You still would have a chance to strike him out, throw him out.
Martin takes off the 3-2, grounded through the left side. Martin will round second, head to third. First two have reached here. Another hanging breaking ball by Santana. He's not really fooling a whole lot of guys with that breaking pitch. Fourth hit allowed by Urban.
Yeah,
We'll bring up Curtis Granderson.
If you're watching at home, you would think, why is Ibar covering with a right-handed batter and Jeter? But Jeter's approach a lot of times with 2 strikes is inside out, hitting the ball to right field. That's why you saw Ibar cover. But when you throw something off speed, it allows him to pull the baseball. So you're basically throwing a pitch going against what you're doing on the defensive side.
So the leadoff walk to Martin, standing at third base. Jeter now at first. Here's Granderson, who doubled to the alley in left center field. 6th double of the year. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Halos will give up the run and take the double play if Granderson can hit one sharply at one of the infielders. The 0-1 pitch, down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Granderson came in hitting .243 in his career against Irvin Santana. 9 for 37. But 4 home runs. A lot of those. That off-speed pitch down and in. That's a fastball that catches the inside corner. Perfect placement there. 1-2. Alex Rodriguez on deck. Wilson is set up inside before that third to first move. Jeter starts to head towards second, but ends up stopping and heading back to first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Halos with a run in the first inning. Went down in order in the second. 51 pitches thrown by Irvin. Has not had an easy inning as of yet. Looking for that first down here in the third. Jeter takes off. The 2-2 is inside. The throw down is not in time. It's still a base.
9th stolen base, the 9th attempt with Irvin on the hill. Now you've taken away that potential double play ball. A lot of times when you see a pitcher missing location like that, you lack confidence in your ability to finish off batters. When we got 2 strikes on hitter, you have to get him out at that point.
Fouled off the left.
Work that hard to get there. I don't care who's at the plate. With 2 strikes, especially when you're ahead 0-2, 1-2, you got to go right after them. Don't waste pitches necessarily, because then of course the pitch count goes up, and then you'll have action out in the bullpen. You won't be in position to be late in the ball game.
That's stolen base for Jeter, his 4th of the year. Another 3-2. This one's hammered out towards deep right center field. Borges is going back, as is Trumbo. It's 3-1 New York. Curtis Granderson with his 16th home run of the season.
th home run now that Santana has allowed. And you're ahead of the count, and you're forced into throwing a strike at that point. Again, you're going to the inner half of the plate and not executing.
It's the little things. I mean, it's like the leadoff walk to Russell Martin. You got a guy hitting a .190 against the American League. Make him earn his way on. Don't gift a base runner. It changes the dynamic of an inning. As Alex Rodriguez looks at a strike, it's 1 out, nobody on to face Jeter, as opposed to a man at first and nobody out, and a potential hit and run guy in Jeter, which is exactly what he did. Executed the hit and run.
Well, the thing you always hear from pitchers and pitching coaches telling their pitchers is trust your stuff. And when you have a fastball like Urban, a slider like Urban, and even a changeup, you have to have it in your mindset you're going to be able to finish off hitters once you're ahead of the count. And it's difficult for Mike Butcher to look at that because he knows Irvin has the best stuff on the staff.
Foul back. No balls and 2 strikes on Alex Rodriguez, who went down swinging in the first. A disputed call, a check swing that Laz Diaz rung up. Alex didn't like the fact that Diaz did not check for help. It goes in the books as a punch out. Another 0-2. That's down in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, when you look at that approach that Granderson had on that pitch by Irvin, he's done a good job as far as keeping both hands on the bat. When he came over from Detroit, Kevin Long, the hitting coach for the Yankees, wanted him to keep both hands on the bat and had some drills as far as making sure he was able to get through the baseball in the inner half with both hands on the bat. It's been successful as a Yankee.
2-2 now. Full count. Another full count after going to 0-2.
7th full count. Still no one out here in the 3rd inning. Socha looking on to see if he can get his starter to be able to start attacking the zone.
And a walk. Still nobody out, and man at first now, Robinson Cano. Mike Butcher is going to come out and pay a visit. That's the 2nd walk issued in the game, both coming in this 3rd inning. Hey, be sure to log on to FoxSportsWest.com. Check out all of the features that are on there, including how the American League West was won, the CIF baseball and softball finals, and of course the Kings Stanley Cup run. All that and much more on FoxSportsWest.com. Curtis Granderson with a 3-run shot here in the 3rd inning, his 16th of the year, now with 29 runs batted in, putting the Yankees up 3-1. Cano, the 5th man to bat in this inning. Still nobody out. Rodriguez at first base. 61 pitches now thrown by Irvin Santana in 2+ innings. 0-1. Cano went down swinging as Irvin got ahead of the 1st inning and got him to chase a nasty slider down and in. And from that point forward, it's the location has been off for Irvin, both on the fastball and the slider. 0-2. .30 pitches now thrown here in the 3rd. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You see how far he missed on location. Bobby Wilson wanted that fastball up, and it ended up being off the plate and about belt high inside. And you just trust your mechanics, finish off your pitches if you're on the hill.
Officially, they're calling the Rodriguez plate appearance a hit by pitch. Just that breaking pitch grazed him. This one hammered out to deep right field. It's 5-1 New York. Cano with his 8th home run of the season, now with 22 runs batted in.
You see how perfect of a swing that Robinson Cano has. If you make a mistake, it makes you pay for it. And look at the location of that pitch of Bobby Wilson. He wanted a fastball at the knees on the outside corner. It ends up being a fastball at the knees on the inside corner, which is a danger zone for a power left-handed batter.
Isanori Takahashi strikes to play catch. Teixeira looks at a strike, 1-1. A 5-run 3rd inning. Still nobody out here in the 3rd. Teixeira grounded out to Pujols in the 2nd. Take a look at Takahashi. 2 balls and a strike. And that lost, in quotation marks, Irvin Santana we saw in Seattle has reappeared here at the Big A. This after being handed a 1-0 lead in the first inning.
It's crazy how a game has changed. In the first inning, the Angels had bases loaded, no outs, and only able to get 1 run. And then you look up, the Yankees started off with a walk to Russell Martin, and before you look up, it's 5-1 lead for the Yankees.
And another full count. Ibanez on deck. Here's the 3-2. This one ripped over to Howie Kendrick into the overshift. The Angels finally get the first down here in the third.
You got plenty of time to get back in the game here. This is the 5-1. We saw what happened game 1 when the Yankees jumped up to a 3-0 lead in the first inning. Nova's a guy that will give up the long ball himself. Got an ERA over 5 coming in this game, but it's up to Irvin to get back on a roll. You can't look back and worry about your mistakes. You look forward now to making some quality pitches from this point forward.
1-0 count on Ibanez, who had a base hit to right field in the second. He's 1 for 1. 2 home runs in the inning, I should say, for New York. Now 76 on the year. They came in third in the American League in that category. Kevin Long, the hitting coach, on the right. 3-0.
Newman, from his days in the Kansas City Royals organization, always had a good idea as far as teaching the mechanics of hitting.
Irvin Santana, 75 pitches now. Popped up. Pass, but going out. Eric Ibar moving over, and he calls off Alberto. 2 down. So base is clear now for Swisher. 5-1 Yankees here in the third. As we see this 5-run third inning evolve for New York. Look up at the out-of-town scoreboard. Seattle has tacked on 4 more. It's 21-7, leading the Rangers. That game in the top of the 8th. Seattle still batting in the 8th. Swisher takes down low. 1 ball, no strikes.
That'll hurt the team ERA a little bit.
The game down the bottom of the 8th inning. Swisher fouls it off, 1-1.
By coming into this game, Texas was leading the American League in ERA, just ahead of the Angels.
Halos team ERA 3.40. 1-2 now. Swisher, the 8th man to bat here in the third. Chavez is on deck. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Swisher. But the Yankees score 5. It's in the bottom of the third. Pinstripers lead it 5-1. not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. 5-1 New York. Getting 8 men to the plate in the top of the third inning. The Angels looking to get a couple of those back against Ivan Nova. 3-run shot by Curtis Granderson, 2-run shot by Robinson Cano. Top of the order for the Angels, Trout, Callaspo, and Pujols. Mike Trout hit by a pitch in the first inning. Scored the Angels' lone run. That was on a sacrifice fly by Mark Trumbo. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside. A ball and a strike. Nova with 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed. That all happened in the first. He had himself an easy 1-2-3 inning in the second. A very quick second inning, mind you. As Trout lifts one in the air towards center. Drifting over toward right center field is Curtis Granderson. 1 away.
Well, if he has some good approaches, you can get him right back in the game against Nova. He's given up, coming in this game in 56 innings pitched, 71 hits. Talked about the 12 home runs. He's hit 3 batters. He's already hit 1 in this game. So there's going to be opportunities if you get yourself in a good hitter's count.
Alberto Callaspo will look at a strike. Callaspo with a base hit in the first inning. Hit run action for the Angels. 1 for 1. Lays off the breaking pitch. And that will even the count. This is the 20th consecutive game for the Angels. They will have an off day tomorrow. Texas rolls into town for the first of 3 on Friday night. Two. Jerome Williams will get the start Friday night against Colby Lewis. Saturday, it's Yu Darvish against C.J. Wilson. And on Sunday, Matt Harrison to pitch against to be determined. Outside, full count now. Some speculation that it could be Garrett Richards, called up yesterday before the game when Jared Weaver was placed on the DL. There's speculation maybe Dan Herron, because with the off day it would be on his normal day's rest. 3-2, it's outside. Walked him. So a man on board with 1 out. Albert Pujols coming up, and we flash back to last night's plate appearance.
Boy, he's starting to see the ball so well. They try to sneak a fastball inside. A little cut fastball from Andy Pettit. He hits into the Yankee bullpen. Albert continued to swing the bat well as far as the power numbers in the month of May. It's 24 RBI in this month.
He drew a walk in the first. Taps this one foul.
The league leaders as far as RBI in the month of May in the American League. Josh Hamilton with 32, Albert 24. Viciedo with the White Sox. The White Sox have been playing outstanding baseball. Nelson Cruz with 23.
Ground ball to short. Jeter will pick it, fire to Cano. The relay's in time. An easy double play turned by the Yankees. 3 in the books. New York leads it 5-1. due up here. Chavez, Martin, and Jeter. Chavez swinging at the first pitch, fouls it back. 0-1. Yankees DH. Rolled into a double play ball in the second. 0-2 count. This one popped up down the left field line. Callaspo and Ibar racing over, and Alberto makes a catch in foul territory. 1 out.
Good job right away looking up and putting a hand up to communicate, making the play.
Take a look at our AT&T trivia question for tonight.
The Angels are one of 2 teams ever to win 2 straight playoff series versus the Yankees. Can you name the other?
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it to yourself. I will. There's Russell Martin, who started the rally with a walk. Looks at the strike here. 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A run in the first for the Halos, 5 in the third for New York. This one out toward right center field. Towering shot. Peter Borges giving chase. Near the wall, will make the catch. 2 down.
Hit well by Martin the other way, but in this ballpark, a little further to right center field. Yankee Stadium, that might be in trouble.
First time tonight that Irvin has retired the first 2 batters in an inning. There's Derek Jeter, 1 for 2. Ground out and a single. Also picked up his 4th stolen base and scored a run. This one out toward right field. Trumbo drifting back is there. And Irvin for the first time tonight, a 1-2-3 inning. We hit to the bottom of the 4th. Still 5-1 Yankees. Thinning the Halos with Morales, Trumbo, and Kendrick due up here. Irvin with a 1-2-3 4th. Hisanori Takahashi was up and loosening. You saw Mike Butcher on the phone Figure after a 1-2-3 inning that Irvin will be coming back out for the 5th. Kendrys 0 for 1. He struck out with the bases loaded. Nobody out in the first inning. Takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Yankees, of course, overshift. Jeter almost behind the bag at second. Alex Rodriguez between the third base shortstop position. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Chasing that pitch again. Down and in. That time was a fastball, but the time he struck out with the base loader was a breaking pitch down and in.
2-1.
I mean, he got his couple hits in the first game of the series. He let his hands stay back and hit the ball either up the middle or to left center field. Let it travel. Quiet hands and threw the baseball. You can see the approach he had, his quiet hands, and threw it. Let the ball travel. Hit that ball up the middle. Then this one again, a breaking pitch, went the other way. Very good swing as far as seeing the pitch and let it go deep in the zone and squaring it up.
Outside, he walked him. Leadoff man is on board via the walk. It's the third base on balls issued by Ivan Nova. Still has only allowed 1 hit. That was the base hit to Alberto Callasco back in the first inning. Mark Trumbo stepping up. He had a sacrifice fly at the first, picking up his 24th run batted in. Low and 1. Trump on that 5-game hitting streak, 10 for 21. Raising his average to 338. Takes inside. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. We pointed out during his first plate appearance, having homered 3 consecutive games, second time in his career that Mark has done that. Also did it last year, July 8th through the 11th.
Like we said against Nova, you try to lay off that pitch if it's starting at the knees because it's going to sink out of the strike zone. The best you can do is hit that ball on the ground.
Morales with a short lead at first. Now the 1-2 in the dirt. Nice job by Russell Martin. The ball bouncing a couple of feet out in front of the plate. 2-2.
Well, you overthrew that breaking pitch.
Five runs, 6 hits, 2 left on for New York. No runs, or pardon me, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on for the Angels so far. This one hit well toward right field. Swisher is going back at the wall. Gone! Up boat tackle, big fly for Mark Trumbo and the Angels. Now trailing 5-3.
I mean, really, how impressive is that home run by Mark Trumbo? A couple of strikes on him. Nova tries to go fastball away, up. What about letting a baseball travel in the zone? A short swing, makes good contact, and hits that ball at the right field. Look how deep that ball was in the strike zone at that point. That's a great camera angle to be able to see that swing, allowing that baseball to travel. Better chance of squaring it up, and he certainly did so. 10th home run of the season for Trumbo, right back in the game.
Howie Kendrick swinging through that one. He was accounted a ball and a strike. Oh, now for the first time in his career, he's homered in 4 straight games. There's the 1-1. Now he bounces this one over to third. Alex Rodriguez has it. One out.
He hit the walk-off home run to left field. Hits one to center field. Now here the right field. I mean, that's incredible. He's covered the entire field. The answer to the trivia question. Yankees are one of 2 teams ever to win 2 straight playoff series versus the Yankees. Can you name the other? The New York Giants. I probably would have been wrong on that one.
Who'd you have? Because, I mean, you looked awfully confident in your response when you looked at me and said, yep. Matter of fact, I think we could rewind the tape and play it for you if you were.
I knew it was the New York Giants all along.
Yep. You know who it is? Yep.
Yeah.
With a smile, too.
The old New York Giants. There's no question.
This one rolled off the foot of Eric Ibar. 1 ball, 1 strike. You sold it. But now you're paying for it.
Yeah. Where's Dean Chance when I need him? He got me through this one.
At home. Hanging out in Ohio. We're going to go visit him when we go to Cleveland next time?
Yes, no question. We have to.
Ibar pulls this one foul. 1-2. Eric grounded out, trying to bunt his way on in the second inning. And Mark Trumbo just continues to impress. Ridiculous power. Breaking pitch lined into right center field. Granderson over to try to cut it off. Does so. Ibar stops at first.
Only because Granderson places to shallow center field did Ibar not attempt to turn that into a double.
Now, Granderson, as you pointed out, plays a shallow center field, and we've talked about it before. But watch the angle to the baseball that he takes. Playing even with a shallow center field, takes a perfect angle. You've got a guy with good speed and being able to keep him first base.
Yeah, and he goes around to be able to circle around the baseball to get himself into good throwing position. Man, towards the end of his career with the Tigers, he was struggling defensively, but he certainly improved once again as his swing has improved as a member of the New York Yankees.
Peter Borges at the plate. Try to drop a bunt, fouls it back. 0-1 count. The game in Texas is now in the books. Seattle taking that series. They took the finale by the final of 21-8. 20 hits for Seattle, 13 for Texas. Like we said when we were talking about that score early on, it's still early. Borges lifts one in the air towards center. Granderson going back on it. And he'll make the catch. Really surprised with Eric Ibar not tagging on that play. That ball was hit deep enough where he should be standing at second base easily with 2 outs. Folks, on Tuesday, the Angels host the Mariners at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels collapsible cooler courtesy of Sparklets while supplies last. Purchase your tickets at the Angels Stadium ticket office or at angels.com. As a matter of fact, as Ibar was hitting back to first base, kind of he was hollering at Dino Ebel or looking at Dino, but that's a read you've got to be able to make as a base runner.
Well, you can see that. You can see the play in front of you. And with Bobby Wilson coming up, who's made some good contact against the Yankees in this series.
Boy, Alex Rodriguez decided to lay that ball, or lay back on that ball, and that'll go as an infield base hit for Bobby Wilson.
Not a bad decision there. You know, a lot of times you think with 2 outs, why would you go up there and try to bunt? But when you have Mike Trout coming up, that's a great decision by Bobby Wilson. Lay that bunt down. It's another base runner. Now you're the tying run at first, and with the opportunity with 1 swing of the bat, you can take the lead with Trout and his power.
So first and second, 5-3 Yankees. Mark Trumbo with his 10th home run here in the 4th. Von Nova's thrown 20 pitches so far here in the 4th. Trout shoots one up the alley in right center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Ibar will score. Bobby Wilson's being waved around. The throw trickles into the infield. We're tied up at 5.
Now that's why it's a great play. Right, Bobby Wilson to get on base for that man right there. Mike Trout is unbelievable once again. Spreads the outfield, right center field. We saw two great approaches by Trumbo and Trout. Talk about letting a baseball travel and then squaring it up. The ball was hit on the nose. I'll tell you, they had a chance of having a play at Bobby Wilson at the plate, but nobody there to be able to get the throw in from Swisher. Great job, that energy that Mike Trout brings.
Seventh double of the year for Mike Trout. Larry Rothschild paying a visit. Mike picks up his 15th and 16th runs batted in.
Like we said with Urban, you just go back and put some zeros up this offense, the way it's responded of late. Sonny looks up, it's a tie game. Just put in your mindset as a pitcher, it's a 0-0 game.
Here's Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo tonight has singled and walked. Off-speed pitch is in for a strike. Callaspo, the 8th man to bat here in the 4th. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Jackknifing out of the way of that pitch. 0-2. Pulled foul. Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Mark Trumbo started this rally off with a 2-run home run. 10th of the year, now with 25 runs batted in. And Mike Trout tying it up. 2-run, 2-out double for Trout, standing at second. Here's the 0-2 again. Callaspo again pulls it foul. This one through the wickets of Alfredo Griffith.
Still quick.
Almost looking like Brodeur in overtime.
It's Anjay Kopitar.
This one out toward left center field, playable for Granderson. He'll make the catch. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels drop a 4th spot here, the 4th. Mark Trumbo going the opposite way. 10th of the year, starting the rally. 4 in the books. We're knotted at 5.
Here's out the first pitch. The Corporal Christopher Farias, who made the play, caught it, framed it. Tell you what, Jim Abbott is one of the best people ever. He's in the dugout watching the game here tonight. That baseball, and some good luck too.
Yep, recipient of the Navy Cross for heroism in combat. Great to see Jim out. As Curtis Granderson looks at a strike to start this 5th inning.
Hard pressed to find a better guy in the world than Jim Abbott. He's just a fantastic human being. No hitter. Remember the New York Yankees.
Has a book out called Imperfect, authored by Jim and Tim Brown, Yahoo Sports, a very good writer. Ivan Nova giving up 4 runs in the 4th inning. Granderson looks at a strike, and it's 2-2. Granderson, Rodriguez, and Cano here in the 5th. Irvin with a 1-2-3 4th. This one bounced over to Pujols. Takes it himself on 2 big hops, 1 out. So here comes the third baseman, Alex Rodriguez. 93 pitches for Irvin as we look out to the bullpen. No wiggle room for Irvin Santana. Hisanori Takahashi up once again.
I think if Mike Scioscia senses that Irvin is aggressive and attacking the strike zone with his good stuff, he has a chance to put himself in position to be around for a W. If he struggles and walks some batters or throws pitches out of the strike zone, and he might not have much time out there on the mound.
One ball, 1 strike on Rodriguez, who struck out, been hit by a pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. 6 hits for the Yankees, 5 for the Angels. This one rolled foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. This one foul. Just foul at third. Full count now. Robinson Cano is on deck. Takahashi ready to go. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes A-Rod. 2 down. There's your big time play ready for prime time. When your little slugger makes a play, send it our way. Simply go to foxsportswest.com/playball and upload your video. Then look for it to appear on a future Angels Weekly with our own Alex Curry. Two outs, nobody on for Robinson Cano. Has struck out and hit a 2-run home run. As that breaking pitch is in the dirt. Home run for Cano, his 8th of the year. Now with 22 runs batted in. Pulled foul. Evens down the ball with a strike. Irvinson's given up that 2-run home run to Cano in the 3rd inning. Has retired the next 8 consecutive batters. Including a couple of strikeouts. This one here will be a huge out to get the Angels back to the dugout. Swinging the bats. 3, 4, and 5 to up for the Halos in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2.
He's done a nice job of redefining his mechanics for his breaking pitch. The last inning, getting a 2/3 as far as staying on top and have a late break on the slider.
Time is called. A beach ball. One at the field out in right field. Time is called once again.
That's what the baseball looks like for Mark Trumbo of late. It looks like a beach ball the way he's been driving it.
Ironically, it's Trumbo picking up the beach ball, handing it off. One ball, two strikes on Cano. 2 outs here in the fifth. Nobody on. Teixeira is on deck. And now the 1-2. Full foul. Breaking pitch down and in. By the way, congrats to the Kings. Taking game 1 against the Devils, 2-1 overtime. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a magical run so far for them. Well, they've been unbelievable on the road.
Just ridiculous. Full count. 10th full count tonight for Irvin Santana. That's why that pitch count is what it is as we play here in the fifth. Remember that last time out, similar situation, 106 pitches in 5 innings. Issued 7 walks in that one. And allowed just 4 hits. He's allowed 6 hits tonight. Here comes the payoff. This one off the end of the bat. One hopper to Howie Kendrick. And Irvin has retired 9 consecutive batters. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Pujols, Morales, and Trumbo coming up. Still tied at 5. Irvin Santana getting a laugh at the expense of pitching coach Mike Butcher. They showed the video of Butch in the dugout on Monday's walk-off home run. Butch tried to make the jump over the railing, and let's just say he stumbled, ended up going up the steps.
He played it off well.
Yes, he did. So they just showed that on the big screen here.
We
weren't going to show it.
He's got a good 10 working right now.
We weren't going to show it, but now since they put it up on the screen, we might have to find it. Albert Pujols leads things off. The breaking pitch is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
His defense, his knees a little bit sore. That's why he couldn't get the hops to get over that railing.
1-1 is out toward left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Raul Ibanez gets it back in. Pujols on board with a leadoff single. All right, let's go back to Monday night. Mark Trumbo hits that walk-off home run. Watch the right side of your screen. Hold for it. There's Mike Butcher. I'm going to jump, and no, I'm not. I'll take the stairs. I'm very comfortable taking the stairs and joining in the parade. Here's Kendrys Morales. Kendrys fouls it off the left.
He looked really good attempting to make it over that railing. You have to give him props for that.
Now let's make this clear. We weren't going to show it, but since it's already become public domain, being shown on the big screen, we had to indulge our viewers at home.
And again, he has a bad knee. That's why he was unable to make that leap.
That has been the claim that has been made over the last 48 hours. A 1 count on Kendrys, who has struck out and walked. He's also scored a run. Pujols over at first. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Let's go back to our Hyundai key to the game for tonight.
Well, we talked about working some counts, and they have done that of late, taking it to the limit. Getting some fastballs, allowing them to travel late. We saw it with Trumbo. We saw it with Trout. Albert gets a base hit there also. Seeing some pitches and bringing that fastball up.
Up and in with a fastball. A ball and 2 strikes. Base hit for Albert to start this 5th inning, the 6th hit for the Angels tonight. Last inning started with a leadoff walk to Kendrys. He scored in the Trumbo home run. Trout with a 2 RBI double to tie things up. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Kendrys goes down for the first out here, the 5th inning.
And now it's time for a Coors Light Cold Hard Glass. Mark Trumbo continue to crush the baseball. Fastball away, goes the other way. The 2-run shot. Giving him his 10th back-to-back-to-back games for him. He's one of those few guys who've been able to go out and just dominate, hit the ball well the other way, hit a home run to left, and a home run to center, and now a home run to right in these 3 games against the Yankees.
Pujols at first. The first one is down low. Base hit to left field. Trumbo, a 2-hit game. So 2 on, 1 out. Howie Kendrick coming up.
Well, his balance in that toe tap to give him that good balance through the pitch and out in front of the plate. And that fastball hits it between the hole, 3rd and short. You're talking about a guy that's red hot right now in this series against the Yankees. They can't get him out. They're trying to whatever they can, whether it's off speed or fastballs in. Coming into this game 5 for 9, and then you add the fact that it's 2 for 2 with a sac fly, a 2-run home run, now a single.
Bouncer towards short. Howie swinging at the first pitch. Rolls it into a double play. 5 complete here at the Big A. Still tied up at 5.
Trumbo. We're talking about let a fastball travel deep in the zone and still have that perfect swing. He was able to crush that ball to right center field. That baseball was almost halfway to the plate. Same thing with Mike Trout doing the same thing. Fastball away, staying with it, and driving that ball the other way. The TNT boys dealing once again for the Angels. That was our Freeze Cam, brought to you by Frostbrewed Coors Light.
New pitcher on the mound for the Angels are in and out. Who is in, who is out? In is the left-hander, Hisanori Takahashi, as he takes over for Irvin Santana. Irvin with 5 innings tonight, gave up 5 runs all earned, 6 hits, including 2 home runs. Takahashi will be facing Teixeira, Ibanez, and Swisher here in the 6th inning of a 5-5 tie. Tak pitched Monday's game, won an inning in 2/3. Gave up a run, struck out 3, and allowed 2 hits, one of which was a home run. And it was to this guy at the plate, Mark Teixeira.
Takahashi's been very good as far as commanding his fastball 88 to 90. His breaking pitch has been solid, as has his changeup. ERA of 2.04 in his career versus the Yankees. In 8 games, covering 17 2/3 innings pitched.
Teixeira's 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs to the right side. Slow breaking pitch is in for a strike, catching the outside corner.
It's 64 miles an hour as a hitter. It's so tough to stay back on a pitch like that.
One ball, one strike. Irvin Santana tonight threw 107 pitches, 64 were strikes. Hit one man, that was Alex Rodriguez on a breaking pitch. This one looped out toward right center field. Long run for Borges. Trumbo is there. Trumbo, the bigger of the two, takes charge and makes the catch. Hey folks, next Wednesday the Angels will be taking on the Seattle Mariners at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels Hula Girl, courtesy of AAA Travel while supplies last. Purchase tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com. Oh, it's a little, it's kind of like on the bobblehead thing. I thought it'd be for like the dashboard. That would have been awesome. Suction cup Hula Girl on your dashboard as you roll to the yard.
Perfect, yeah, but that nice little short drive on the I-5 on the way down would be perfect.
You could have your, I know you're a huge fan of Train cranked up, and the Hula Girl dancing for you for about an hour.
Sunroof open.
Hour
Perfect.
and 45 minutes on the drive.
Saying hi to Mike Social on the way down.
One ball, one strike. You're a big Save Me San Francisco guy, aren't you? No?
Nah.
Ibanez had a base hit back in the second. He's popped out. Last time up. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch. This one out toward right center field, hit well. Borges giving chase, and he's not going to get it. But caroms away from him, and Ibanez will end up at third. First triple of the year for Raul Ibanez. Second hit of the night.
And just like we said, it was Ibanez continues, no matter if it's against a right-handed pitcher or a left-handed pitcher, to get good swings against Angel pitching. This ball was covered. Borges going back on the ball, thought he might have a chance of tracking that down, but off the wall, the way the wall was angled, it went away from him. Ibanez gets a triple. His first triple of the season.
So the Angels will have to bring their infield in with 1 out, man at third. Nick Swisher spinning around to hit from the right side. Swisher loops one out toward left center field. Not hit very deep. Trout is there. He'll make the catch. Ibanez tags, and he is going to score. The Yankees are back on top 6-5. Sac fly for Swisher. Takahashi gives back the lead. 2 outs at no ball to for Eric Chavez, a DH.
And that fly ball just split Trout and Borges enough where Trout had to go over and he has to catch it on his glove side, which makes it a more difficult throw for him. If it had been a little bit further over to the right, then you could have Peter Borges, but he's going to be able to catch it on his throwing side, a better opportunity. Make the throw to the plate.
Swisher picks up his 32nd run batted in. Makes that at bat by Howie Kendrick that much bigger in the 5th inning, chasing the very first pitch and grounding into an inning-ending double play with 2 on. Oh, 2 pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chavez tonight has rolled into a double play, and he has popped out 0 for 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. In the bottom of the 6th inning, the Angels have the bottom third of their order coming up. Ibar, Borges, and Wilson. Ivan Nova has thrown just 73 pitches. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Chavez. But the Yankees have retaken the lead on the triple by Ibanez and the sac fly by Swisher. 6-5 New York. Fly by Nick Swisher. 6-5 New York. Bottom of the 6th inning. Eric Ibar to lead things off here against Ivan Nova. Ibar's 1 for 2. Tried to bunt his way onto the 2nd. Had a single with a run scored in the 4th. Outside, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Nova tonight, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 7 hits allowed, one of which was the home run to Trumbo, and that was back in the 4th. Two balls, no strikes.
We have last couple innings, though, Nova's getting a lot of those fastballs up in the strike zone. Earlier in the game was keeping it down.
2-1. Catching the outside corner. A-Rod playing in on the grass at third base. That's up high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Halos have had their leadoff man on board the back-to-back innings. The walk to Morales in the 4th, the single by Cruz in the 5th. Yankees start to get some action going. This one bounced foul up the first base line. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. That is off the foot.
They're shaking off a couple pitches. Must have marked that. Let's go fastball. Looks like let's go fastball in.
Three-two again. It's a little slow dribbler to the left side. Alex Rodriguez has it. Down. 1 out. Mike Soch is going to come out and argue with Mike Everett at first base.
You could almost said he beat that throw. It's a good throw, good play by Alex Rodriguez. Ibar going down the line quick. Bang bang play at first base again. That play right there, umpires go by sound. Sound of the ball in the glove and the foot on the base. He got him.
I think he got him too. See on this angle.
Just before the toe hits the base.
I think Mike Everett may have gotten it right.
Well, he's about as close as it can get.
Peter Borges looks at a strike. Borges tonight has grounded out and hit a fly ball to center field.
But that last at bat, Peter Borges just missed hitting one out. Just towards the warning track at center field. Now 4 for 7 in his career versus Nova.
1-1. This one pulled past Rodriguez into left field, a base hit. So Peter is on board with 1 out. That'll bring up Bobby Wilson. Hey folks, Sunday Fox Sports is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of Sprint Cup Series racing with the FedEx 400 benefiting Autism Speaks live from the Dover International Speedway. The action begins Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, only on Fox. Bobby Wilson had himself an infield base hit in the 4th inning. Came around to score. 1 for 2 night for Bobby. They'll be keeping a close eye on Peter Borges at first, trying to get himself somehow into scoring position.
Soch is very comfortable putting on a hit and run with Bobby Wilson, especially with Peter Borges' speed at first base. Trusting to making contact on the ground.
Up and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Borges just 1 stolen base this year, and he's been caught once. I think in his 39th game. We saw that last year at times where there were stretches when he was running quite a bit and other stretches where he wasn't running at all. Quick throw to first. Back kid standing up.
And that's an art, stealing bases, really, when it comes. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to have this blazing speed, but it's how you read a pitcher. What is his tendencies? Does he hold the ball a certain amount of times before he delivers the baseball home? Does he collapse the back leg early enough for you to get a good jump against him?
Borges takes off, and Wilson lifts a fly ball to left. Ibanez is back. 2 outs.
Well, the hit and run was on, but Bobby Wilson hits that ball in the air. Especially was it pitch up. That's one of those ones where you got to try to keep your hands through the baseball, knock it down on the ground, kind of chop at the baseball to hit it where the infielder is vacating his position. More difficult on a pitch up, but that's the goal you have to try to accomplish as a hitter when a hit and run is on.
Back to the top of the order now. Mike Trout at the plate. Hit by a pitch in the first. Fly ball to center in the third. 2 RBI double in the fourth. You figure that maybe give Borges an opportunity to try to steal a bag before makes the out. You still got the leadoff man leading things off in the 7th.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, you have Mike Trout leading it off the next inning. But if he gets into scoring position, a base hit allows the Angels to tie the game up. Or if it's hit well into the outfield with Borges' speed, he may be able to score from first base if he's going.
Trout trying to push a bunt toward first. Teixeira holding Borges on. It's an 0-1 count. The Angels took a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Yankees dropped a 5 spot into third to take a 5-1 lead. The Halos in the bottom of the 4th. Had a rally started by that guy, Mark Trumbo, his 10th home run of the year. And then the Trout double tied things up at 5, but the Yankees got a run in the top of the 6th. That's where we stand right now, 6-5 New York. This one pulled to the left side, broken back. Rodriguez picks it up, fires to first. The inning comes to an end. 6 in the books here at the Big A. Yankees still up 6-5.
AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Dodge.
6-5 New York, top of the 7th inning. Want to remind you can take our coverage of the Angels with you this season by subscribing to MLB.tv. You can see every Angels out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Angels.com to get more info and or to order. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Jason Isringhausen takes over on the mound for Hisanori Takahashi. They'll be facing 9-1-2. Martin, Jeter, and Granderson here in the Yankees half of the 7th.
Isringhausen has been more consistent with his breaking pitch. Cut fastball has been very solid also.
First one's way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Russell Martin drew a walk in the 3rd inning against Irvin Santana. Eventually came around to score 1 of the 5 runs and hit a fly ball to center field in the 4th. Isringhausen pitched in the opening game of the series. Went 1 inning, gave up a run on 2 hits. So that pitch was in for a strike. It was Russell Martin who picked up that hit. A double down the left field line. That at that point it tied the game up at 8 apiece. Two balls and 1 strike now on Martin. Irvin Santana threw 107 pitches in 5 innings, gave up 5 runs on 6 hits. Takahashi allowed the lead run, triple by Ibanez, and a sac fly by Swisher. Little tapper towards short. High ball will throw out Martin. There is the first out here in the 7th. Back to the top of the order, Derek Jeter. Mentioned the Angels have an off day tomorrow, this being their 20th game, 20th consecutive game. Homestand continues on Friday. The Texas Rangers will be rolling into town for 3. Seattle rolls into town for 3 beginning on Monday. The Yankees will head to Detroit to start a weekend series at Comerica Park on Friday. The Tigers continue to struggle. They lost again today to the Red Sox 6-4 with Doug Fister on the DL. Abdominal strain as Jeter fouls it back, and it's 0-1.
That's what it comes down to, playing the game on the field. Everyone just basically gave the Tigers that AL Central to start the season. You have to go out and be consistent with your pitching staff, consistent with your offense and your defense.
Breaking pitch out toward right center field. Borges was shading him that way. He'll call off Trumbo. 2 down. Jeter 1 for 4 now with that fly ball out. And that'll bring up Curtis Granderson, the center fielder.
How about the White Sox in that AL Central, speaking of that division? Their 8th game in a row.
They took care of Tampa Bay. Cleveland dropped one to the Royals this afternoon, 6-3. Minnesota shut out Oakland 4-0. Minnesota had the walk-off against Brian Fuentes in Oakland last night. Of course, Texas dropping the finale today in Texas. They will fly here tomorrow. Here it's 6-5 New York. Top of the 7th, 2 outs, nobody on. Granderson had a double in the first, a 3-run home run in the 3rd. That pitch misses inside to even the count. Irvin Santana giving up 2 home runs in that 3rd inning. Granderson and Cano, 2-1.
Cut fastball there. Isringhausen left up, but still away enough where Anderson was late. Still something slow on outside corner, very effective against him. He's so quick inside. If you miss inside, it better be off the plate and at the hands.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Granderson. Wilson will fire to Pujols to complete the strikeout of Jason Isringhausen with a 1-2-3 inning. 7th inning stretch time at the Big A, 6-5 New York.
Thanks to Jaguar for that game summary. You see the Yankees leading here 6-5, but I'll tell you what, it's been a great game so far. Some home runs. Granderson, Cano, and Mark Trumbo, his 4th straight game with a home run.
Alberto Callaspo, Albert Pujols, Kendrys Morales against Ivan Nova, just threw his 87th pitch of the night. Callaspo is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Looks at his strike and is in the hole at 0-2.
Callaspo's getting a lot of fastballs in from Nova.
A lot of action to the bullpen. Both bullpens going right now. Cody Yapley to left of your screen. Boone Logan to your right. And the Angels' pen, Scott Downs begins to loosen. A ball and 2 strikes and Alberto Callaspo. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Nova with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. 8 hits allowed. Like to throw his 92nd pitch of the night. Little chopper over the mound. It's going to be a tough play for Robinson. Cano's going to go.
Well, that's some kind of play. Field that with the bare hand and still have that arm strength even when you're going away from the base to throw that throw. Looks like Nova almost got in the way of that throw. That's a great, great play. Robinson Cano keeps getting better and better each year defensively. Well, everyone already knows what he can do with the bat, but defensively he's been outstanding.
He's made some great plays going to his right in this series. Breaking pitch to Albert is up high. Pujols with a walk, a double play ball, and a single. That puts him at 1 for 2. Here's the 1-0. Took something off, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nova hasn't thrown many changeups, but that was a pretty good one there.
Breaks his bat, bounces one to third. Alex Rodriguez fields it cleanly. 2 down. So Nova gets to 2 outs very easily, and that's going to be it for him as Joe Girardi is going to bring Boone Logan in to face Kendrys Morales and spin him around to the right side of the plate. We've got ourselves a pitching change with 2 outs here in the 7th. Yankees up 6-5. By Joe Girardi. I know you play the matchups and the like as far as spinning Morales around to hit from the right side of the plate now with Boone Logan on the hill. But Ivan Nova made Kendrys Morales look foolish tonight. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Did walk him in the 4th, but the 2 strikeouts just controlled the at-bat against Kendrys.
Boy, that big strikeout he had with Kendrys at the plate with bases loaded, no outs in the 1st inning. So kind of a mixed bag for Nova as far as his performance today. Gave up that 2-run home run to Trumbo, 5 earned runs in 6 2/3, and Boone Logan still has that good fastball from the left side. 29 strikeouts in 18 2/3 innings pitched. Fastball 91 to 96. Slider, an occasional changeup.
Logan pitching for the 2nd time in the series. Went 1/3 of an inning in Monday's game. And that's when he got Kendrys Morales in the 8th inning via the strikeout. Oh for 2 is Morales. A couple of strikeouts and a walk. A run scored. Kendrys from the right side of the plate. .222 average. 6 for 27. There's a couple of runs batted in. Now the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Logan last year pitching in 64 games for New York. 5-3 record, a 3.46 ERA. Originally the White Sox system, a 20th round pick in 0-2. Morales looks at a strike, 1-2.
Again, a fastball there, and in a spot where if Kendrys is looking for it, has a chance to hit that ball to left field and maybe get it up in the air and get it out of the yard. Now probably he's going to throw him a slider. We've seen him swing at some pitches down and in, Kendrys, from both sides of the plate of late.
Check swing. Did he go? No, says Mike Everett at first. Count even now at 2-2. Trumbo's on deck. 6-5 New York. They retook the lead off of Hisanori Takahashi in the 6th inning. Triple by Ibanez. Sac fly by Swisher. Looks like Scott Downs will be coming on in the 8th. Two. This one line to the left field, a base hit for Kendrys Morales. Puts a man on for Mark Trumbo.
You see Joe Girardi come out once again. Trumbo coming to the plate.
Torrey Hunter's coming out to pinch run for Kendrys Morales. Logan to face Trumbo. Marks 2 for 2. 3 runs batted in tonight. Sac fly in the first, 2-run home run in the 4th, a single in the 5th. First one's a fastball in for a strike at 95. Mark now with 26 RBIs. In a 6-game hitting streak. He's homered in 4 straight games. First Angel to do that since Mo Vaughn did it several years ago. It's been a long time. Trumbo takes that one down to the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1999 for Mo Vaughn. Torrey, the pinch runner, over at first. 2 outs here in the 7th. He represents a tying run, and Logan will check in on him. Ibanez is deep in left. Granderson played much deeper in center now later on in the game. But Swisher deep in right.
Makes it difficult if Trumbo hits a ball in the alley to be able to score from first base for Torrey Hunter.
Now the 1-1. This is a base hit to left field. Granderson over to try to cut it off. Does so. Hunter will head to third. Back-to-back 2-out hits. Mark Trumbo with yet another 3-hit night.
Well, 8 for 12 in this series.
And Joe
finally going out. I was surprised he didn't go out for Trumbo.
Joe Girardi's coming out. He's going to make a pitching change. That's going to be it for Boone Logan. A pitching change once again. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Halos with runners at first and third, down by a run. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubas. And he's surprised at all. You see Joe Girardi leave Boone Logan in there, now having to bring in right-hander Corey Wade to face Howie Kendrick.
Especially the way Mark Trumbo's been swinging the bat. And that one little type of swing he has, whether it's the right field or the left field, it's got a chance to leave the building. But another hard hit, base hit for Trumbo, first and third. And you got Howie an opportunity here. He's had a couple big opportunities in this game to drive this in. You know, he has to have patience against Wade. He's not going to overpower you. Fastball, he sinks it anywhere between 86 and 90. He also has a curveball and a very, very good changeup, but he's not afraid to throw it back-to-back.
Howie has not been that patient tonight. He's had some opportunities, fourth and fifth innings specifically. In the fifth, he swung at the very first pitch and rolled into a double play ball. So a chance to pick up his mates here. First one from Wade is a breaking ball missing downstairs. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Kendrick at 0 for 3 game. With a fly to right, a ground ball to third, and the double play that he hit into the fifth. Torrey Hunter, the pinch runner, standing at third. Mark Trumbo, 3-hit night, stands at first base. Rodriguez playing in at first. The fastball is down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Corey Wade pitched. In Monday's game, he faced one batter. That was Mark Trumbo. A walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Overall, good numbers for Wade. 21st game, 21 and 2/3 innings. He has 25 strikeouts, so he has that ability. 2-0 pitch, breaking ball, upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. I don't think I've seen that pitch from Corey Wade before.
A lot of all-speed stuff where it's a slow curve or his changeup. Alex Rodriguez reminded him that Howie's going to have the green light here. So he doesn't want him to groove a fastball. Howie, on the other hand, if he can see a fastball middle of the plate, he's going to go after it. If it's not down the middle, you take it because you're going to get the exact same pitch, 3-1.
Off-speed pitch is in there.
3-0 changeup.
3 balls and a strike. Granderson once again playing shallow and a couple of steps toward right center field. Ibanez and Swisher straight up now. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Strike, full count. So Trumbo will be off of the pitch now with a full count and 2 outs. Kendrys Morales had a 2-out single off Boone Logan. Trumbo followed with another one. The left-hander now in the dugout watching Wade. Trumbo takes off the 3-2. It's a breaking pitch down foul.
Well, you think in terms he would throw a breaking pitch when he threw a 3-0 changeup. He snuck a fastball in there. He's willing with an open base. It doesn't mean you have to worry about the open base being at first. There's an open base at second. He's not going to give in with a fastball here against Howie.
Martin set up outside. Trumbo takes off again. This one's pulled foul. Another breaking pitch. Angels tonight 1 for 5 with men in scoring position. They've been so good throughout this 8-game winning streak. Situational hitting. Trumbo again takes off. 3-2 is fouled off to the right this time. Trying to sneak a fastball by him. Reset and do it again. At this point, just looking for a little flare to fall in there to try to tie this one back up. 8 pitches thrown by Wade so far on Howie. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Kendrick. The inning comes to an end. 7 of the books. Yankees still on top 6-5. 8th inning. Scott Downs now on in relief of Jason Isringhausen at a 1-2-3 7th. And Scotty will be facing 3, 4, and 5 for the Yankees.
Very good with spotting that fastball. He's been outstanding. 11 punch-outs in 17 innings pitched. Also has a good sweeping break of pitch and a very good changeup also.
Alex Rodriguez, 2 strikeouts and a hit by pitch. Swings first ball. Lost one out to shallow right. Mike Trumbo will come in and make the catch, 1 away. Garrett Richards begins to loosen. Called up before the game yesterday. Downs will face Robinson Cano here with 1 out of the 8th. Cano 1 for 3, a 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning. That was a 5-run, I should say, 3rd for New York. 3-run home run by Granderson, 2-run shot by Cano off of Irvin Santana. Gave up 5 runs tonight. 5 innings of work. This one Downs over to Pujols. He'll flip to Downs. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Remember, that's a run over the first base. We saw Scott Downs in Minnesota get stepped on the foot. And, of course, that one pitch he threw, he got out of the way of a line drive back up the middle with his knee. So it's always something you have to keep an eye on. He covered that first base. Good throw by Albert Pujols once again.
So Mark Teixeira stepping up now. The Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning have Ibar, Borges, and Wilson. And at the very worst, in the bottom of the 9th, we'll have Trout Pujols facing Rafael Soriano. With Torrey Hunter behind Albert. Trumbo if you get a little rally going. Ball in his strike. Teixeira 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly ball to right field. Halos battled for 4 in the 4th to tie things up at 5, but New York retook the lead in the 6th. 1-1 pitch. Teixeira takes a strike, 1-2.
Well, Scott can pound that fastball inside on both lefties and righties at 89. Late movement.
Now the 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Takahashi for 1, Isringhausen for 1. Now Downs here in the 8th. Two pitch. Bouncer right back to the mound. Goes off the glove, and Scotty will pick it up. 1-2-3 inning for Downs. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Ibar, Borges, and Wilson coming up. The Angels down by a run. Friday night's game. Texas Rangers rolling into town for the first of 3 beginning on Friday.
Colby Lewis 4-3 mark with an ERA 3.58 against Jerome Williams, who's been absolutely amazing pitching at the Big A in his career as an Angel, both last year and this season. Should be an unbelievably electric series once again, just like this series against the Yankees. The Rangers in town for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Eric Ibar to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th. The Angels down by a run. Wade struck out Howie Kendrick in the 7th with runners at first and third. Facing Ibar here, leading off this 8th inning. Borges to follow. Eric bounces this one over to first. First pitch, 1 out. Peter Borges will come up now. 1 for 3. He had a base hit against Nova in the 6th inning. Nova, by the way, went 6 2/3, 8 hits, 1 home run, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 5 runs, 5 earned. Meister Sturis has come out to the on-deck circle. Pinch hitting for Bobby Wilson. 0-1 count on Borges. Richards still loosening in the pen. Ernesto Frieri playing catch as well, lightly. Two fastballs, 2 strikes for Borges.
Wade is a guy identified with a slow curveball and a changeup, but Peter let 2 good fastballs get by him there.
Ball and 2 strikes. The Yankees in the 9th inning have Ibanez, Swisher, and Chavez due up. Now the 1-2. Breaking pitch, a swing and a miss, 2 down. So Meister Sturis will come up and pinch hit for Bobby Wilson with 2 outs and nobody on. John Hester will take over behind the plate in the 9th. One ball, no strikes. Sturis, 234 average. 228 from the left side. As a pinch hitter, he is 0 for 5. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the 2-0. Strike. 2-1. Wonder if you let Downs come in and finish or face Ibanez leading off that 9th inning. Turn the ball over to Garrett Richards. A strike on the inside corner, 2-2.
Certainly didn't throw many pitches last inning.
Downs through 7 pitches. Mike Trout on deck. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3. That's how the Angels go down in order here in the 8th. We head to the 9th, 6-5 New York. Richards here in the ninth. He'll be throwing to a new catcher as John Hester takes over behind the plate.
Well, we saw Garrett Richards getting a lot of starts in spring training, was very effective as far as working down in the strike zone with that two-seam fastball. Had some solid numbers, 5-2 in 10 starts in Salt Lake. AAA this year, but Mike Butcher worked a lot with him in spring training as far as cleaning up his mechanics, be more consistent in the strike zone, hide the ball better, throw his better breaking pitch, above all, get those ground ball outs.
First round pick in 09 by the Angels, product of the University of Oklahoma. Pitched in 7 games last year in the big leagues, 3 starts, 0-2 and a 5.79 ERA. He'll be facing Raul Ibanez, Nick Swisher, and Eric Chavez here in the ninth for the Yankees. Trying to keep it a 1-run deficit for the Angels. The Halos will have the top of the order coming up. As Rafael Soriano, the closer right now for the Yankees, with Mariano Rivera, David Robertson on the shelf, getting loose. Ibanez 2 for 3, a single and a triple. His fastball is high, 1 ball, no strikes. Garrett made his major league debut at Yankee Stadium this season. Very good spring training. Jerome Williams battled Garrett for that 5th spot in the rotation. Jerome ended up struggling with a hamstring issue. Garrett kept throwing the ball well throughout spring. Ibanez wants one out towards shallow left as Mike Trout comes on. There's out number 1. Difference being that you've got the upside in Richards, and you wanted to make sure that he got his starts. He was battling a veteran guy who threw the ball well last year for the Angels, showed that he was capable of doing that on a consistent basis. We're talking about Jerome, and Jerome also out of options. So the easy decision, I should say easy decision, but from a tactical decision standpoint, that a guy that's got options, you can send him down to the minor leagues, he can pitch every 5th day down there in Garrett while keeping Jerome here in the big leagues.
Yeah, just talking to Mike Scioscia and Mike Butcher about the situation with Richards. They wanted him to get that opportunity to be able to just get some confidence on it in AAA. Get some work in there, redefine some of his pitches. They know what type of arm he has. Tremendous upside.
One ball, 1 strike. When asked before the game today about who's going to start on Sunday, Mike Scioscia just said, we'll wait and see. As this one down towards center field, Borges coming on. He'll make the running catch, 2 down. We'll see what happens the next couple of days. Garrett's a guy that could be the guy with Jared Weaver on the shelf, but you could also look at Dan Herron, who pitched last night with the off day on Thursday, would be pitching on normal day's rest if they decided to do that on Sunday.
It seemed like that might be the case. He felt really good today, which was the important thing for Mike Scioscia. That's what he wanted to hear.
Chavez fouls it back, and it's 0-1. DH is 0 for 3, a double play ball, a pop-up, and a strikeout. Freddie Garcia on the left, Rafael Soriano on the right. One pitch, fouled off, 1-2.
I think the reason why Garcia up in this spot, because he's been a starter, take longer to get loose. If the Yankees rallied here in the ninth, then that might change Joe Girardi's thought process. But he would assume Soriano's going to come in with a score like this, and he's going to sit down now.
One, 2. A little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off.
Boy, elevated that changeup, just dropped his elbow. And that's another pitch that Mike Butcher wanted to work on a lot in spring training, and of course during the stint down in AAA, the changeup.
A full count with Russell Martin on deck. Here comes the 3-2. Bouncer foul. Reset, do it again.
There's a lot of movement on his fastball when it's in the lower level of the strike zone.
Chopper to second. Howie comes charging in. Has it. Garrett Richards with a 1-2-3-9. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Mike Trout, Alberto Castro, and Albert Pujols. 2 up, with the Angels down by a run. Closer in Rafael Soriano. The Angels with a current 8-game winning streak, their longest streak in a couple of years. You see the club record 11 straight down was back in '64. Under Mike Scioscia, 10 straight in 2002. Tigers had a 12-game stretch back in 2011. They'll have some work to do here against Soriano, who has done a nice job throughout his career, especially as far as limiting opponents' batting average. He was able to pick up a save on Sunday against the Oakland Athletics, had a couple over the weekend.
Still has a pretty good fastball, 90 to 94 range, very good slider. There's a cut fastball also. He does it on occasion, throw pitches out of the strike zone with 8 walks, 17 and a third innings pitched, so he can be wild at times.
Has 5 saves on the year. Opponents hitting .257 against him this season. He's got a new left fielder, is Dwayne Wise. Takes over for Raul Ibanez. That name sounds familiar. It was Wise who made that incredible catch in left center field as a member of the Chicago White Sox to save a Mark Burley perfect game at U.S. Cellular Field a couple of years ago.
It's one of the most amazing plays when you think about the stress level on that play.
So Mike Trout steps in. 2 RBI double in the 4th inning. That was the swing that tied things up at that point at 5. First pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. 1 for 3 night for Trout. Was hit by a pitch to first. He's also hit a fly ball out and grounded out to third. Alex Rodriguez playing toward the line and in at third base. Teixeira off the line at first. Just behind the bag. Ground ball toward the hole. Jeter has it, gets rid of it quickly. 1 out. Alberto Callasco will step up with nobody on base. One out here tonight.
Jeter realized he had to be quick on the transfer and make that throw as fast as possible with Trout running down the line. Veteran play by Derek Jeter.
Soriano's had a number of injuries throughout his career, dealing with the elbow and the shoulder. Originally in the Mariners organization. Switch with the Braves, the Rays. Now in his second season with New York. Alberto looks for the strike on the inside corner.
They're throwing a lot of fastballs in. When Felix Hernandez tried to sneak a fastball in that game on Saturday in Seattle, he turned on it.
Just looking for a base runner. Not your typical closer is Soriano, working from a full windup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Callasco tonight 1 for 3, had a base hit back in the first. Pujols on deck, and if someone gets on Torrey Hunter after that, Torrey pitch ran for Kempis Morales, so Torrey takes over that DH role. One pitch downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Soriano signing a big deal with the New York Yankees after his 45 save season 2 years ago with the Rays that led the league. With Mariano on the shelf now, Soriano gets an opportunity. Robertson also on the shelf as Callasco looks at the strike to even the count. Wise very shallow at left, same with Granderson in center. Swisher straight up and right. 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 left on for the Yankees. 5 runs, 10 hits again for the Angels. 7 left on for the Halos though. 2-2 on its way. Callasco fouls it back. Another 2-2 upstairs. Full count.
I just want a good at bat so far by Callasco. A base hit, a walk, whatever it takes to get on base for Albert Pujols.
$40,000 plus in the house for the 3rd consecutive night. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fouls off what probably would have been ball 4. Tough to lay off there. Just trying to protect.
You see the frustration by Callasco. He did. But you're trying to get on base any way you can. It was just close enough where you can't take that chance. It looked like it might have been out of the strike zone. It's been a good at bat so far for Callasco.
Another 3-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. A 1-out walk puts a man on for Albert Pujols.
An interesting decision to go with a 3-2 breaking pitch. It looked like that got Russell Martin as he tried to keep that baseball in front of him. Bounce up around the neck area. We've seen a number of those in the last 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
Right underneath the mask again. We've seen that, what, 2 or 3 times lately.
Yeah, happened to Bobby Wilson just last night. Albert with a walk, a double play ball, a single, and a ground out. 1 for 3. Tying run at first base. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Albert with a glance back to Laz Diaz. An 0-1 count.
Moise jammed Albert today on ground balls, on fastballs, in on the hand, and broke his bat twice.
The 0-1. Breaking pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ten career walk-off hits for Albert Pujols. Halo's trying to extend this winning streak. More importantly, pick up a game in the standings with Texas losing tonight against the Seattle Mariners, especially with Texas rolling into town on Friday. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball toward the middle. Jeter dives, knocks it down. Everybody is safe. Infield base hit for Albert Pujols will bring Torrey Hunter to the plate. Good hustle by Callaspo to run right to the bag and not concede anything, as Jeter had trouble getting that baseball after he dove for it.
He showed a lot of range going up the middle on that base hit by Pujols. Callaspo got into second base. Now Torrey Hunter a chance here.
This will be Torrey's first plate appearance tonight. Came on as a pinch runner in the 7th inning. It stays in as the DH. He did get the start last night. We ended up going 1 for 4. Callaspo's the tying run at second. Pujols the go-ahead winning run at first. Torrey Hunter has struggled against Soriano as he fouls this one off, and it's 0-1. 0 for 5 in his career is Torrey Hunter with a couple of strikeouts.
I'm really surprised they came in with a fastball against me. Had a pretty good hack at that pitch. I was going to go fastball away or cut fastball slider.
Here comes the 0-1. Breaking pitch, chopped to third. Alex Rodriguez applies the tag on Callaspo. 2 outs. Trumbo will come up now with the Angels down to the last out.
Boy, on Monday, Trumbo. All-speed pitch by Wade. Walk-off. Big fly for Trumbo, who's continued to swing the bat well here in the series against the Yankees.
3-hit night for Mark Trumbo. 3 for 3. A home run, a 2-run shot in the 4th, a couple of singles, and a sacrifice fly. 3 runs batted in for Mark. Pujols standing at second now. Hunter at first. Here comes the first one from Soriano. Breaking pitch down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Howie Kendrick is on deck, so perhaps Soriano and the Yankees can afford, dare I say, with 2 outs, to be careful with Mark Trumbo. Howie's had a rough night. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. A fastball just misses down low. 2-0. Soriano wanted that one for a strike.
It did miss by a lot, that's for sure.
Wise still, shallow and left. Granderson the same in center, and Swisher a little bit deeper in right. Here comes the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Went with a breaking pitch there. 2-1.
Definitely a wise decision by Soriano. He has a very good slider. It's one of his plus pitches to be able to throw that one.
2 balls and a strike on Trumbo. 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch outside, 3-1.
That's pretty close again, but Russell Martin reaches back. Sometimes when you're set up inside and you reach back, you don't get the benefit of that call. But it looked like it was pretty close to the outside corner. Now, great hitters count. You got to be patient with Trumbo. I don't think he's going to go with a fastball here. You might go another slider.
The 3-1 pitch. This one's foul back.
It's like we thought he went slider there.
Halos down to the last strike. We'll get the merry-go-round going. A full count of 2 outs. Pujols will be off with the pitch from second. Hunter from first. "20 pitches thrown by Soriano here in the 9th. 6-5 New York. The 3-2 just got a piece of it to keep his at-bat alive. Went with a fastball down.
Well, that had some movement on it too at 95. When you're up there, you're trying to protect, you're trying to get that base hit, potentially hit a ball in the alley to be able to not only tie the game, but win the game.
Runners go again. The 3-2. This is out toward left field and playable for Dwayne Wise. The Yankees will take the finale by the score of 6-5.
What all you can do is hope you have a chance in the 9th inning, and Mark Trumbo, who's been so consistent, a tough at bat, and then ends up breaking his bat on that fly ball, but an opportunity to come back, tied it up at 1 point, down 5-1, tied it up at 5. But the bottom line is you won a series against the Yankees. Win streak is done now, but winning series, that's what Mike Scioscia preaches. Beat the Yankees, who came in and won 5 games in a row themselves. Got to feel good about that.
Yeah, the Angels do not lose a game in the standings. They remain 5.5 back in the American League West, with the Texas Rangers rolling into town for the first of 3 on Friday night. Tonight, the Yankees snap the Angels' winning streak at 8 games. 6-5 the final. Stick around as Angels Live is coming up next.